let me give you few tips to better your personality or to improve your personality. The first tip is a very common, well known, said by all, is nothing but smiling. Now, I am putting it in capital letters because it is very important. It is very important to always have a smile in your face. Smile will help you win over even the toughest soul. It helps you win hearts easily. As they generally say, smile is a curve that sets things straight. Always be a happy person and don't forget to put on that $1 trillion, I wouldn't say $1 million, I'm going to say $1 trillion smile on your face always. Because it is definitely going to improvise your personality. It's going to make you a more happy person. It's going to reflect you as a more friendly person. You would be able to make friends easily. You would be able to win over people easily. You will also be able to set things right. Even at the toughest situation, do not forget to put on the smile. Because, as I said earlier, it is the curve that is going to set or put things straight. So, smiling is very important. So, do not forget to carry a smile wherever you go. Next is, it's very easy, especially for people these days. There are a lot of suicides and people get dejected. They don't want to live. They're not able to fight back the world. We easily get dejected. We are not able to, give it back. We are easily being suppressed by a lot of things. We get depressed easily. Do not forget, there is always light at the end of any dark tunnel. It's not the end. It's definitely not the end. We have to have this positive mentality. Positive thinking is very important. Never get dejected. Fight back. Be positive. Anytime you will be able to get it. So, do not get demotivated also. That is very important because that's why I said, no, we get so demotivated. You try for something, you are not able to get it, and these days it's becoming very easy. What's the next solution? Go commit suicide. You're not able to fight back. Why do we become cowards? Why are we not able to fight back? Why don't we have the positive thought? Let's keep failing over and over again and again. Remember, there is definitely a solution. That is not the end at all. Positive thinking is very important. It is a quality which has been lacking in these days, especially the youngsters of these days. We are not able to accept failures. We get dejected and demotivated so easily. It's very easy to get demotivated. We don't have the habit of fighting back. We don't have the habit of giving it back. We don't have the habit of trying once again. Because we always think that it's the end of everything. Remember, everything can be set straight. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. It's not the end. It's just a beginning. Life is definitely not going to be a bed of roses. It's going to be very competitive. It's going to be very difficult. It's going to be very difficult. It's in our hands to fight back. It's completely in our hands to give it back. Stand and face all the complications, face all the difficulties, and don't get demotivated. That is not the end. The only thing that you ought to do from your side is to be a bit flexible. Life will definitely keep giving you both ups and downs. All what you have to do, or all what we have to do, is just be a bit flexible. Yes, ups and downs. We need to learn to manage ourselves. We need to learn to sway, as they say, a common story you would have heard, where a grass will be able to survive the most severest cyclone, whereas huge trees would not be able to. The main reason is because the grass is flexible. It keeps swaying towards its sides to stand against the cyclone. But that's not the case with the trees. When you're not flexible, you will have to face difficulties. You will have to face failures. So to be positive thinking, to be a person with positive thinking, all you ought to do is just to be a bit flexible. And don't get demotivated and keep working and give it back. Do not get dejected. It's very easy to get dejected, but that is not the solution. That's not going to help us in any way. All right? So let's move on to the next point, which is again a very important thing. So I'm going to put it in capital letters. Very important. Dressing sensibly. Now, please understand, now that doesn't mean that you have to go to hi-fi shops and get branded clothes and wear clothes which cost in thousands and thousands of rupees or lakhs of rupees. No, absolutely no. Let's come out of that mindset that only if we wear costly dresses we look, good, or it means that we are dressing sensibly. No, it has got nothing to do with your money or the dress that it's got nothing to do with the quality of the price of the price tag of the dress that you wear. It all depends on what you wear and how you wear and to what occasion you wear. See, the most important thing here is what occasion. I have seen, being a teacher, I have seen a lot of parents coming to school to drop their children. They come with shorts. Fathers coming with shorts to drop their children at school. And these days we also see women walking on roads with clothes that are supposed to be worn at home. Right? So we don't know how to dress, what occasion to dress. So the occasion is very important. Dress according to the occasion or dress according to the place. Next point to be remembered when we talk about dressing sensibly is, as I said, forget about price. It's got nothing to do with price. It's definitely not the costliest dress, but it can be the least expensive or the cheapest dress, but worn neatly and for the right occasion. We should also understand that dressing sensibly will help others, will help us to receive respect. People will respect you and treat you definitely based on your dressing sense. We might talk, we might say, okay, it's just for my knowledge, for my capability, not for my dress, but please understand how you look. Your first appearance matters a lot. You have to dress very neatly, and again I say very important is for the occasion. Dress for the occasion. People will not even take what you say, things that you say seriously. They don't want to take things seriously because of the way you're being dressed. So dressing is very important. And please dress according to your body type. That is also very important. For example, a bulky person cannot wear all hugging clothes. It wouldn't look good on that person, right? So your body type also contributes a lot. Okay, so you have to plan your dress accordingly, according to your body type. And sometimes we get carried away. When you see a beautiful dress, your friend wears a very beautiful, costly, expensive dress, and you want to try the same thing, even though you know that it will not suit you. See, one particular cloth might look good, it might look better on your friend, but that might not look the same on you also. So come out of that mentality. Just because it looks good on your friend, it doesn't mean that it will look good on you also. As I said, your body physique, your body type, all these things matters when you choose your dress. And remember, makeup, it's not a no. You can go for makeup, but you can apply makeup sensibly. Do not think that applying a huge, heavy makeup and making it loud will make you attractive. No. A simple makeup can also make you attractive. So have mild makeup and go for neat dresses. So this is very important when it comes to dressing sensibly. Next is soft-spoken. This is one quality that we all lack these days. We don't know to talk softly. We are so ill-tempered. We are so rude. We are so arrogant in so many situations. We don't have the patience to handle things in a softer tone. The first thing, if something pisses us, if something irritates us, the first thing that goes up is your tone. We should understand to calm down. Understand that being rude or arrogant or being, finding faults is not going to give you a solution. It's not going to give you a solution at all. Pointing out mistakes, finding faults, it's not going to give a solution. Never, first thing you have to keep in mind is to stop finding fault in others. When we stop finding fault in others, automatically you'll become a soft-spoken person. We are so obsessed in finding faults in others. We literally always want to point out fault in others just to show that we are good. Get rid of that habit. It's very important to get rid of finding faults from others, because that is going to contribute to you becoming a soft-spoken person. And stop picking up fights and quarrels. Don't stand there for everything. Whenever because we'll have people who will always be there in the front who wants to fight for each and every minute thing. No. Learn to forget and forgive, or forgive and forget. And next important thing is learn to speak politely. Again, very important thing. As I said, the first thing that will go high is your tone. Bring your tone down and learn to speak politely. You will make a lot of friends. You will impress people. You will have people around you. You will be a person who's been sought after when you are a person who's polite. And also remember that you should not be rude, and we have to respect people. Irrespective of their age or any other factors that define, we should keep in mind that we ought to respect each and every individual, because each and everybody has got their own self-esteem. Just like how I value my self-esteem, I should be able to value each and everybody's self-esteem. So keep in mind, once again, I would say, to speak softly, to be polite, and to put your tone down. The next is to let go of your ego. So as we all know, ego is the 3-letter word that kills a lot of relationships. We should understand that we have to, I see each and every person will definitely have ego. All we ought to do is to hide our ego. We should understand that in order to win people or to win appreciation, we need to get rid of ego. So once you get rid of ego, you would be a person who has been loved by all. As I earlier said, let me repeat it once again. It is a 3-letter word which will kill almost all the relationships, whether it is with your friends or with your family members or whatever. We need to learn to hide our ego and understand that ego is not going to take us anywhere. Avoid backbiting. This is again a very sensitive topic, because these days it's very hard for us to avoid backbiting. We've all become rumor mongers. We love to speak about people in their absence. And half of that which we speak will be mere imagination. It will be our own creativity which has been exhibited there. So you need to be avoiding backbiting. It's a negative trait. A person with a good personality would definitely not want to have negative traits. So backbiting is a negative trait. It is not going to bring any appreciation or any love from anybody to you, including of those who sit along with you when you backbite. Because each and every person will know that if in case you're going to backbite about a person in their absence, and tomorrow in this person's absence, again you will be backbiting about that person. So you are not going to get any friendship or appreciation or any love from anybody just because you backbite about others. We need to appreciate people, okay? You have to pat at their back when they do something really good. Sometimes, we become so jealous that we start backbiting their good deeds also. Learn to tap their back. And believe me, it works. That person, when chances come, when turns come, that person will speak high of you. It's very important to appreciate people. Appreciation is very important. And avoid being rumor mongers. Don't spread rumors. And also refrain from interfering in the personal life of any individual. It is very important not to interfere in anybody's personal life. And because most of us find pleasure and joy in talking about somebody's personal life, which is actually not our business. Also remember that dishonesty, cheating, and lying, these are three things which will tarnish your image. It will tear your image into pieces. It will tatter your images. So avoid being dishonest, avoid cheating, and avoid lying. So all these things will come under backbiting only. And if you are a person who is going to be backbiting, if you're a dishonest person, a cheater, or a liar, you will be avoided by people. People will not want to make friends with you. If at all you still have people around you, they will all be fake people. Nobody would be trustworthy. People will not want to have a very genuine relationship with you if you are a backbiter. Next is to help others. Find opportunities to help. Don't wait for people to come and ask you for help. If you know that the person is in dire requirement, if the person needs help, if the person is in emergency, what sort of help, whatever is possible from your side, do not wait for the person to come and ask you for help. Always be the first person to go and help people. You need to develop this habit because it's a positive trait. You need to learn to share knowledge. It's very important to share knowledge. Sharing things is very important, we all know, but sharing knowledge is very, very important. Always be the first person to go and help people. Next, we ought to be confident. We have already discussed about this topic in detail. So let's not go in depth again, but let me remind you that confidence is very important. You ought to be very confident. You ought to be a positive person, and only if you are confident, you are going to gain people. And having people around you is always very important because, as we all say, be a Roman when you are in Rome. You will have a positive vibe. You will have positive people around you always when you are a confident person. The last but not the least is being a patient listener. Okay, another quality that we all lack these days. It's very hard for us to listen. Talking, how much ever we ask, we can talk. We can talk for hours together. But listening is a very tough task. We find it very hard to listen. Learn to listen to people. We have to be a patient listener. And interrupting people when they are talking is bad manners. Don't interrupt people when they are talking, and be patient listener. A patient listener is always an effective communicator. So it goes hand in hand. Remember, initially I told you that personality development, the final end product is that it will make you a good communicator. So a patient listener will be a good communicator. A good communicator has to be a patient listener. Right? So let's quickly go through the tips once again. Always wear the $1 trillion smile. Be a positive person. Don't get dejected. Don't get demotivated easily. Dress sensibly. Dressing sensibly is very important. Dress for the occasion. And as I said, it has got nothing to do with the price tag. Be a soft-spoken person. Be a polite person. Forget ego. Erase ego from your life. Stop backbiting right away because it's going to tarnish your image in all aspects. Don't forget to help people. Go and help them even if they don't ask you for a help. Confidence is very important to comb yourself as a better person and to be a successful person also. And the last point is being a patient listener. And a patient listener can only be a good communicator. So summarizing all these things, these are the basic or few tips to be a good, a person with good personality, or to make yourself stand separate or stand apart, stand unique when you are in a crowd.
Pebbles Live.